Welcome back. Now, for weeks, Nigerians have had to contend with allegations of budget padding against the Speaker and some members of the House of Representatives. The next report looks at the position of the House on the matter and the reactions that followed. This is a reception that welcomes lawmakers, staff and visitors at the entrance of the National Assembly. Protesters carrying banners, singing and dancing. The spokesman says they hear over the allegations of budget padding in the House of Representatives.
We came to speak on this matter. The whole world will know where we are standing, that we are against this, what Jubilee is doing, which is aimed at destroying the integrity of the parliament. But not minding the fact that we are saying that the preparation process must be strengthened and opened up and made more transparent.
In the chamber, lawmakers are getting set for plenary. The allegations also form a major focus for the Speaker as he welcomes his colleagues back from recess.
Shortly after we adjourned for the recess, our colleague and Eastwell chairman of Appropriation Committee embarked on a series of claims clearly aimed not only at the destruction of the image of some members, but a systematic destruction of the institution of the House of Representatives and indeed the legislature, by portraying it to the public as an irredeemably corrupt institution. Would therefore not be distracted by any insidious antics, however well orchestrated, or falsehood, however cleverly propagated to confuse Nigerians. We remain accountable to Nigerians for our conduct as public servants.
He then moves to other legislative business, and it appears the matter has been laid to rest. But then a point of order is raised. This was, however, interrupted by shouts from some lawmakers. Despite the disruption, the motion was put forward.
Honorable Jibril embarked on a campaign of calumny and denigration by making false and scandalous statements and publication in print, electronic media. Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues, the House resolves to refer the above matter and Honorable Jibril to the Committee on Ethics and Privileges for proper investigation. The committee shall report its findings and make appropriate recommendations to the House within 1 week.
Motion has been moved and seconded, and the only prayer to the motion is to refer the above matter and Honorable Abdul Mumin Jibril to the House Committee on Ethics and Privileges for proper investigation. The committee to report its findings and make appropriate recommendations to the House within 1 week. Those in favor of the motion say aye. Those against it say nay. The ayes have it.
A point of order was also raised by another lawmaker.
Former chairman Appropriation Committee made so many damning allegations against your person, Mr. Speaker, against the Deputy Speaker, against the Chief Whip, against the Minority Leader. These are very damning allegations, and against all of us. My motion is that the four of you should step down.
All of us.
How about you? Pending,
All of us.
we set up an independent body. The Committee on Ethics and Privilege. The Committee on Ethics and Privilege, which you appointed, cannot investigate this matter.
If you talk about accusations against 4 principal officers, thank God you even said including you. So if the rule is that we should all resign, I will wait as the Speaker to receive your resignation first as a member. Then I now transmit it and resign.
Yes, it's as simple as that. So please, Honorable Aliu Madaki, you are hereby ruled out of order.
Some lawmakers then moved around the chamber, handing out scarves with support for Dogara written on them.
Order! Honorable members, please take your seats.
This makes it clear that the House has rejected calls for this matter to be handled by an independent external body. The report of the House Committee on Ethics, which is expected in the next 1 week, will indicate if this matter will finally be resolved to the satisfaction of Nigerians.
The former chairman of the Appropriation Committee in the House of Representatives, Representative Abdul-Mumin Jibrin, immediately put forward a condition that must be met for him to appear before the Ethics Committee to defend allegations of budget padding he made against principal officers of the House. After the House referred Representative Jibrin to the Committee for Investigation on Wednesday, following deliberations on a motion on the issue, the lawmaker in a statement said he would only obey the decision of the House if the hearing will be public. Members of the House of Representatives unanimously agreed to refer Honorable Jibrin to the House Committee on Ethics and Privileges over what a lawmaker said was a campaign of calumny and denigration. In his statement, Honorable Jibrin said, Mr. Speaker deployed some legislative tricks and theatrics to save the day. He also said, the grand plan is to dilute the ongoing external investigation by the police and EFCC and use the Ethics Committee for a soft landing. He claimed that many members of the House, including himself, completely disagreed with the approach, saying it will mean that the Speaker is superintending over his investigation, and that clearly makes him a judge in his own case. He says, despite all these, I will take up the opportunity provided by the Ethics Committee to state my case under the condition that the hearing will be public and will allow the press, CSOs, NGOs, and the general public to witness the entire proceedings. This is the only way that I can have the comfort and confidence that the proceedings, the investigations, and the outcome will not be manipulated or compromised, the statement further read. The House of Representatives says the investigation being carried out by its Committee on Ethics and Privileges will not be considering allegations of budget padding leveled against the leadership and some members of the House by former chairman of the Committee on Appropriation, Representative Abdul-Mumin Jibrin. Speaking to journalists, the spokesman for the House made it clear that the committee will only be considering the alleged damage done to the reputation of the House of Representatives by Representative Jibrin's comments and allegations. The spokesman also made it clear that the former chairman is in no position to dictate how the Committee on Ethics should conduct its investigation.
He said this investigation is to do with the institution of the House of Representatives. It is not to do with the accused persons, please. Because the man has written petition to against the individual people. It's with the police and agencies. But this committee is dealing with what affects the House of Representatives as an institution. So, Mr. Speaker, if anybody is going to do any other investigation, it is already with agencies. We are talking about what affects House of Representatives as an institution. This House has rules. The committee will decide for the way to investigate this. It is not for Abdul-Mumin again to set agenda for this committee. So I think the committee will come forward and tell you people what to do. But it is not for him to set an agenda as to how this committee is going to run its affairs. At least he's not the chairman of Ethics and Privilege. He was a former chairman of Appropriation. So I think we should allow the chairman of the committee the opportunity to run the investigation, and that he will be able to do that.